The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen. It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
This is Ajayi. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Lion.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They run with Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth. Wentz going to go on fourth down. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Numbers-wise, another great season for Brown. Over 100 catches, nearly 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. But, yes, there was some late-season drama, was there not?
There was, and that has the Steelers, it sounds like, listening to trade offers in the offseason. Front office saying they're not going to release him, but, quote, all options are on the table, which is not something you normally hear.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Chris Long. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The second-year man, Smith-Schuster, coming off a terrific season, 111 catches, over 1,400 yards, and 7 scores as well.
And he could very well slide into the #1 receiver role, depending on how events transpire in this offseason. But even if that doesn't happen, already has universal respect within his own locker room, was named this year's team MVP for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, a 3rd team to win the year after losing a Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job. but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run with Clement, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now it's a giant. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Here's a Ajayi. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
To throw, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are back within a score. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Got a second here to assess Pittsburgh's last season as their offense comes onto the field. You know, for most of the folks that are fans of the Steel City, they're probably saying, wow, this was tough. But, hey, they were 9-6-1. The thing is, expectations there are playoffs every year.
You're right, and to show that, they haven't been under 500 since 2003. It's a very consistent franchise. But remember how the season began. Le'Veon Bell, once again holding out. They expected him to show up and play. That didn't happen. Then at the end of the year, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger. What's going to happen there? So they bookended their season with controversies. In the middle, did not play up to their standards. I still thought they were going to win the AFC North. Turned out Baltimore nosed them out. They got to do some retooling in the offseason.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Jack 16.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Wentz. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wentz. Steps away to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Morgan Burnett. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That goes for a gain of 31. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger keeps it. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James from a yard out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ivy Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pauvin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pauvin. Way to go.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. An Eagle first down. Wentz to Ertz. Wentz now on first down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Ram.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with a J. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
He's going to get it running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there? Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was. As he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. For Brown, that's his 5th catch. So 5 catches over 50 yards. You might as well set your watch to that. He does it every game.
Think about 2013. The only player in NFL history to have at least 5 catches and at least 50 yards in every single game in an NFL season. So that's not just talent. That's durability. That's dependability. That's a guy who really wants to play each and every week.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Roethlisberger now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive. And finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. Made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
4 down.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Bell. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown.